Okay, guys, so good morning and welcome to our session for today. For today, we will be creating or be using Game Maker as mm, a way for us to develop games. So we will go ahead and start with the basics that we need to know about Game Maker. So do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you could still be able to follow the tutorials that we'll be creating here. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do to be able to have Game Maker on your computers is you just need to go to gamemaker.io so that you could be able to download the game, and you need to create an account. So it's a requirement for you guys to have an account, and there are two ways to do it. So the first way is for you guys to sign up for an Opera registration, or you could, if you do have a YoYo Games account before, just go ahead and click or sign in using your old Game Maker accounts. And then after that, you could download the free version. So remember there are different versions that you could download Game Maker. And for the different types of game makers, what you just need to do is let's go ahead and click on this one so that we can see the different types. So we have a free version, a creator version, an indie version, and an enterprise version. So I would suggest for people who will be starting to use Game Maker, just be sure to download the free version first, and you could start testing um, your games on this platform. Okay, so after downloading, this is what the Game Maker will look like. Okay, let me go ahead and pull this one up. So Game Maker will actually ask you to log in your account when you first open it up. But I have already logged in before, so as you can see, I don't have any more worries, or I don't need to log in anymore. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look on the start page. So this is the start page. So as you can see, you still haven't got the setup wizard, but I could definitely go ahead and do this one. But for the sake of our discussion for today, I will not do it anymore. And we will go ahead and go with the discussions. Okay, so let me go ahead and check out and take a look. So we can see here on the upper right corner of our screens, this is the version of our game maker. And we have here my username. There we go. And then we have here some menus. And if you are going to open up your game makers, this will be the first page that you will be using. This is called as the start page. So you can see here a file. You could create, open new projects. You could actually build, etc. But some are not yet usable unless you do create a new game. So let's go ahead and create a new game for our uh, for Game Maker Studio. So when we click new, this template or this initial build uh, template chooser will come up. As you can see, I could use certain templates. We have user and official templates. So if I do open up using this game maker templates, it will have initial assets in it so that I can see and be able to test what do they look like when you are creating a game. So for our discussion, of course, we will be using the new or the blank type of project. So click on it here. And as you can see, there are some descriptions of the project that we will be creating. And just be sure to put in the name of your game or project if you want. So let's say Project Game 1 is the name of our game. And it will be saved on a certain location on your computer. So just like this one. So let's go ahead and create the game. Okay, so the first thing that we will be having here or after logging in and then you started a new project. So GameWorker will be taking you on the initial workspace with some basic windows docked at the IDE. Okay, so we have some quick buttons here that we could see. We have here the inspector that shows us some of the settings that we could do change for our objects that we will be seeing on the game. We have here the asset browser where we could actually put in anything that we want to add into our game. And of course, the workspace. So there's a lot of things that you could do here. And for today, we will be adding in just an object. And this object will be a sample of what we could see on the workspace. So if I add an object, it will be added on the workspace. Let's add, let's put it on our folder objects and then create another object, object number 2. So as you can see, as we move along with creating our objects within our game, it adds up into the workspace. So this provides you an idea on how they are connected. So for example, we will add a command in object and create. There we go. So we have two types of scripting preferences. So the first one is the GML code and the other one is GML visual. So let's go ahead and put first the GML code on this first object and click OK. There we go. So as you can see, I could manually add the codes here since we have the code version. And if you want to create codes for GameMaker, you should be studying GML or GameMaker language. So let's go ahead and add create. And for this one, we'll be using GameMaker Visual. So in Visual, as you can see, I could immediately tag in some of the objects that I do want. So what will happen to the object upon creation? There we go. And let's go ahead and put in some more commands. We could create a variable that we want to add in for the object. So as you can see, there's a big difference between the coding and also the game maker language visual. So this is a much more easier thing to use, but it is more customizable if you'll be using just codes. Either way, you can still create your game, either of the two. So I think that's the first thing that we need to know about Game Maker. So this is going to be the first part of our discussion. And on our next part, we'll see how we could actually add objects into our game and design them. So we will talk more all about objects, rooms, and sprites. So I guess that's it. So don't forget to like and share and continue to watch our series. Thank you very much.